Ta-da! Welcome to Josef, Hi-Fi, in my pursuit for sumptuous sound. I'd like to welcome you all now to video number 8. I do want to apologise for the previous video that I said it was number 8 when it was actually number 7, and that was my fault, so I apologise for that. I'll do it now. I was going to go back and edit it, but we'll just keep the momentum going. So it goes without saying, we're going to be talking about the turntable. Just before we do, 2 really quick apologies. The first one is obviously, I know I said I was trying to keep these videos down at about 5 minutes. They seem to keep going to around the 10-minute mark, and I do apologise, but I hope you're finding them entertaining, if nothing else. But so I apologise for that. The second thing I just wanted to make mention, actually, just back with the amplifier, the Pioneer, is that even if I do, or we do, assimilate to something better into the future, it goes without saying that because, you know, the heritage of DJing and all the rest of the fact that we're DJing and the alike, I mean, it goes without saying Technics, that's one thing, we're coming to the turntable, I promise you. But also with the Pioneer, obviously the equipment, we're still using CDJs and Pioneer mixers and all the rest of it. It's a big influence, so I'm quite proud to carry the flag for Pioneer, and I think it's an appropriate system based on the character and the business that we run. So that's the story there. So transgressing there, but turntable, that's what it's all about today, and here we are. We are talking about the Technics SL-1200. This is the Mk II model here. In actual fact, this was purchased about a few years ago by my wife as a surprise present. It was new. It is used, but it is in basically as new condition in the original box. And as you can see in this picture, here is the box along with other boxes that I have a problem with hoarding and keeping. Transgressing away from that though. It's an iconic turntable. That goes without saying. It's iconic, it's legendary, everything about it I love. And not only that, it went from just being this tool that we play records on to its own musical instrument. Obviously with the birth of scratch DJs and the alike that came in, they just transformed the sound again of what this machine can do. Of course, there's a lot of criticism with the Technics turntables, and not just Technics, but others that are direct drive motors. Obviously, there's the vibration that can happen. Again, in the hi-fi world, for the absolute audiophile and the purists, I absolutely get it. The people who are strapping onto the belt drive and down to the exact speed, down to the 0.000 to the third of a decimal point, making sure that speed is exactly right. That's really not for me, so I apologise. I love the Technics turntable, and I suppose it's a bit like the old school Volkswagen Beetles, or indeed a Toyota. I can, drive my Toyota almost anywhere in Australia, and I could always get parts if something ever goes wrong. 400,000 kilometres, nothing has happened yet. Needless to say, I just love the fact that in 5 or 10 years' time, if there's an issue, I can always just simply find the parts. Whether it be new, used, or remanufactured, there won't be an issue finding it. And I just like that continuity going with it, as opposed to a high-end one, which custom machine parts and all the rest of it. So nice, clean and simple, and just ticks my requirements there. So really, I have no intention of changing the tone arm. I do have the isolation feet on it. Again, that's just, I really, as solid as it is, the steel arms again underneath here, I really don't need it, but I think it just sets that finish off just perfectly here. Now, the concept here is to actually have a second turntable. That's why there's a space here, and it would be another Technics. However, I've spent a little bit of time, obviously, that now the Technics turntable has been re-released, so to speak. I wouldn't mind actually getting one of the new ones. When my wife purchased this, the seller who was here in Queensland had a second one in the box, and it was tempting. She said, would you like it? I said, look, I would love it, but it is a lot of money. I mean, even on the second-hand market, a pretty hacked up but still working 1200 is still fetching close to $1,000 here in Australia. And I'm saying that now when it's probably actually even going up. But that being said, I said, it is a lot of money. I mean, I'm sure she paid more than $1,000 for that. But that being said, I just think the new and the old would be quite interesting to see. So just going from that though, just quickly, if we just lift again, the head shell's in beautiful condition. There's no scratches or anything. As you can see, we can just pop this. Oh, should turn the power on here for you. I'd love to say there's one I prepared earlier, but again, we're keeping it real here. So we can just turn him on here. It's beautiful as you expect. 45, 33, of course. The pitch control, just everything is absolutely perfect. Not sort of scuffed and marked or you know, degraded in any way. And any more than if we just fire up, just that iconic movement. Any more if we flick our little strobe light on there. It's just absolutely magnificent. You just can't beat the turntable. It's solid, reliable. I love absolutely everything about it. Now, as you may well have noticed, no stylus. Now, I do apologise for that. There's been at least over the past, crikey, 10 years that we've been working on this project. All those times I could have got the turntable I'm after. Now, turntable I do have is Shure M447, and for those of you that know, that's really more of a DJ stylus, and of course was what I've been using in the past. I guess the biggest thing about that, and being younger at the time, is obviously about the sound. It was a very bass heavy stylus, and of course that's exactly what I wanted. But here we are now. The choice that is going to be sliding on here, and I'll certainly update pardon me, a video in time about it, but the choice that I decided about 3 years ago I'm going to slide onto here will be a Clear Audio. It's not the Goldfinger. A Clear Audio Maestro version 2 moving magnet. And the thing is about that, obviously in the hi-fi world, the moving coil is obviously, I'm not even questioning about how much you know, more enhanced that sound can be. The thing what I'm absolutely I like about the moving magnet is it's just less clutter through the signal chain I need to go through. However, on the flip side to that is I would be tempted with the other turntable to run that through a moving coil, and indeed I would be running a moving coil, but a mono. I've always wanted to run a mono and a stereo cartridge respectively on these for those classic records that are in mono, and as we know, it really isn't going to be the same on a stereo needle. But that being said, as we carry on, that's the whole idea in the thing. Now, for example, Clear Audio that make the Goldfinger, now that's in Australia, that's trading at over 20,000 Australian dollars. I'd rather buy more equipment or different speakers or something. So I just could never justify that kind of figure. Even if I had that disposable income where that was an option, I still really don't think I'm going to go and explore that avenue. However, the company that's making it, who better to at least make the cartridge that I'm going to be most happy to see sitting on here. And I would look forward in the future to, once it's on, we'll have a record, we'll play it through as we see on other YouTube videos. It's always quite mesmerizing, even though we know the sound being picked up and then going through YouTube and that is never as good as being here. And hence why I'm really not big on trying to demonstrate sound and things, because I always find it sometimes a bit of an insult at the end of the day, but we'll see what we can do anyway. But that pretty much is all about the turntable at the moment. That's pretty much all we really need to be saying at the moment, I think. So yes, would like to get another one. I absolutely love them. I just think the whole image, everything about the Technics is just absolutely stunning, perfect. It's the workhorse that looks good any time of the day or night. But needless to say, that's now going to conclude this video. So I hope you're enjoying the series. It's winter time as I'm filming these at the moment, and we've just we've got the fire on at the moment, so if I'm perspiring a little bit, that's why. Needless to say though, the next video we're going to move into is going to be video number 9, and we'll be talking about speakers, and it's a bit to cover there, so from the get-go I don't think we're going to get to that 5 minutes. I feel quite bad now that I said that in that opening video, but we're still trying to keep it digestible. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.